George Boughey started training here in Newmarket exactly a year ago, and it's been a very strange year for the young trainer to get going, but his team has really hit the ground running and they've been in great form, both before and after racing's shut down.
It's bizarre times that we're in at the moment, and the first thing I think is actually we're very fortunate to be racing. There's lots of industries that aren't, and everyone was wanting to get racing as soon as we can, and it's a huge compliment to the VHA and everyone behind the scenes for getting us back racing and keeping us racing. But no, things are going well, and long may it continue. Really. It's a sort of boyhood dream that's sort of coming to fruition now, which is great. And no, I had a great grounding. I started in Australia, having left Newcastle University, and went to Gay Waterhouses, and then Lloyd Williams down in Melbourne, and Hugo Palmer took me on when I came back. They had 5-6 seasons there, so it was great. We had some fantastic horses, and it was great to be around such good horses and good people, really. Well, I only really know Newmarket rather than other training centres in England, but there's a great sort of camaraderie of people here, and everyone sort of gets on very well. And please not forget that the training grounds are, for me, second to none that I've worked in globally. We've just been out there galloping on the grass, and it's amazing. The vets here, the owners, the sales, there's a sort of endless supply of things that makes it, for me, the best place in the world. There's a huge following of racing on Twitter mainly, I think, but Instagram and lots of other social media networks are coming in now, and I don't like to overdo it, but I think it's a good platform to let people know what you're doing and try and get a slight insight into it. I've done a few videos for friends that are coming to the yard, and there's people that certainly through lockdown I was getting messages off who would never have watched racing before, and as we started we had a sort of 2 or 3 week window where fortunately we did have a couple of winners and people were watching, and whether it in the long term sort of benefits or not, but I think it can only help. We had a filly who won at Windsor the other day called Arctic Victory. She won first time out, and she'll run again at the end of the month. And yeah, she looks a promising filly. She wasn't unfancied first time out, but she was a big price, and I think she might go on to be a bit better than just a maiden winner. I owe a lot to Sam Haggis, and he does a lot of work behind the scenes, and we sort of deal with the horses when they come to the yard, but he's got a fantastic brain for finding horses and training. He buys for people all around the world, and we've been very lucky. We found a few good horses that have they've improved, and we've racked up a bit of a sequence recently. So look, we have got some 2-year-olds. I've only run a few who've hit the frame, but they haven't quite gone in yet. They're a bit more of a sort of late developing type, so we're tipping away with the older horses, and they're going good. Definitely, we had a horse called Involved who won on Monday at Windsor. He won very nicely. He's probably going to be rated in the 90s now. Another Sam Haggis purchase, who I think his career might end up in Australia, all being well. Sadly, not for me, but yeah, I would love the horse to have stayed in the yard and been able to go down for me, but we've got to run a business at the end of the day, and that's what it's sort of all about. But look, I think it's a huge attraction for me taking horses down there, and I hope we will do very soon, yeah.